Good morning, everyone. Students, today I'm taking illustration number 57 with the expectation that you have completed all the previous questions. Well, this question is the gist of all the questions which we have done earlier, right? It's containing all the three situations, like firm is having insufficient profit, firm is having sufficient profit, and firm is having the losses. All these three situations we have already done. Now, it's a combination of all that. A, B, and C are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 12:8:5. Partner C is guaranteed a minimum profit of 50,000 per annum by the firm. Firm means remaining partners, means A and B. The profits and losses for the year ended 31st March 2018 is 2 lakh, and for 2019 it's 3 lakh rupees profit, and for 2020 it's a loss of rupees 2 lakh, right? And we have to see what we have to do. In this question, he is not telling to prepare the P&L appropriation account. He is not asking to prepare the partner's capital account. So students, be careful. Whatever he is asking, we have to do that only. In this question, he is asking the journal entry. Your concept should be clear, right? And then whatever question is asking, we have to do the question accordingly. Well, let's see. First, we'll take 2018, then 2019 and 20. So I have prepared the format like this. So first we take the guaranteed amount. Guaranteed amount to C is 50,000 in all the three situations, right? Now what is the actual share? Actual share of C. It's according to the ratio, that is 12:8:5, right? And in 2018 the profit is 2 lakh rupees. So this 2 lakh will be divided in 12:8:5, and here I'm calculating the share of C only. So this comes C, this one, fine, and its total is 25. So 5/25. This comes 40,000, right students? Now you can see in 2018 guaranteed amount to C was 50,000 and he is receiving only 40,000. So there is a deficiency of 10,000 rupees. Deficiency is 10,000 rupees. Now this 10,000 rupees, who will be this loss will be borne by the remaining partners. Remaining partners means A and B. In which ratio? 12:8. So let's take 10,000 will be divided in 12:8 and its total is 20. So 12/20. This comes 6,000 and the another will be 4,000, right? So this 10,000 is a deficiency amount in the share of C, which will be borne by the remaining partner in the ratio of 2:8, and that comes 6,000 and 4,000, right? So he's asking to give the journal entry. Let's find out their share also, A and B. The total profit was 2 lakh and the A's share is 12/25, and this comes 96,000, fine, and 8/25, this comes 64,000, right? So this is 96,000, original share is 96,000, 64,000, and his share was 40,000. So students, as we used to do in profit and loss appropriation account, the guaranteed amount was 50. So he is receiving 6,000 from A and 4,000 from B. So we'll reduce 6,000 from A's share. So his share becomes 90,000, and here we'll reduce 4,000 from his share, and that comes 60,000. And here 6,000 and 4,000 will be added. So that becomes 50,000. All right. So this way we have completed that. So here we didn't prepare the P&L appropriation account. We didn't prepare the partner's capital account, but he's asking to give the journal entry. So we can give the journal entry like this. Firm is having the profits initially 2 lakh rupees. So what is the journal entry when we used to prepare the P&L appropriation account? So we used to take it here, right? By net profit we used to write, isn't it? So 2 lakh we used to write here. And if we look at the journal entry, so that comes, your net profit means this comes from the P&L account. P&L account debit to P&L appropriation. So you can look in the book here, the journal entry, for the first year 2018, P&L account debit to P&L appropriation account. Fine. This is 2 lakh rupees initially. And how is it divided in the partners, between the partners? In P&L appropriation, we used to divide it A's capital to B's capital and to C's capital. We used to do like this. Fine. So the distribution, the final distribution we have solved here, it's 90,000, 60,000 and it is 50,000. So in the final journal entry, this goes like this: P&L appropriation account debit to A's capital, B's capital and C's capital. You can see here, P&L appropriation account debit by 2 lakh rupees to A's capital, B and C's capital is 90, 60 and 50,000. Right, students? So here we have completed the first situation, and the second situation also goes like this, but there is no complication in the second one, because when we calculate the share, it's having the profit of 3 lakh rupees, and when you calculate the share of C, the guaranteed person, so that comes 60,000. So no more complications are there, because this person is having more than the guaranteed amount, right? So normal entries will be there: P&L account debit to P&L appropriation 3 lakh, the whole profit, and that is distributed between all the partners in 12:8:5 ratio, right? So entry comes like this. And the third situation is of the loss, which we have done yesterday. Fine. So here the loss was of 2 lakh rupees, and when we divide the loss between all the partners in the ratio of 12:8:5, so C is having 40,000 rupees loss here, right? So again the situation has arisen that C is guaranteed 50,000, and instead of this profit he is having the losses. So how much this person will be receiving? This person will be receiving 50,000 is the guaranteed amount and 40,000 the amount of loss. So this person will be receiving 90,000, right? C will be receiving 90,000, and who will give this? The remaining partners. Firm will be paying. In which ratio? 12:8, right? So this 90,000 will be divided in 12:8, and you know the entry C will receive, so C's capital account will be credited by 90,000 and A and B's capital account will be debited. You can see here, finally A's capital account debited by 54,000 and B's capital account is debited by 36,000 to C's capital account, right? So this 90,000, C is receiving 90,000 and A and B is giving, right? So we are taking from A and B's capital account, so it is debited, and as C is receiving, so it is credited, right, students? So here we have completed all these three situations. Fine. When the firm is having insufficient profit, more than sufficient profits and losses. I hope the points are very much clear to you. So with the hope you will complete this topic, I'm concluding here, and I'll be assigning the homework. So please complete this illustration and do the related back questions also, which I'll be assigning on the WhatsApp. Thank you.